People ask me, why do I do this? Well, first of all, because I can, number one. Number two, because I have the facility, the place to do it on. I've got 3 acres of lawn here where I can display these things, and also have my workshop, just like to show people what we're doing. I've been living here 32 years. I want to do it for another 32 years.
I've been coming to this show since Dick's been putting it on. And as you can see, the views are just breathtakingly unbelievable. So why not put two things that people love together, right? Cars and views and overall family, as we call it in the hobby. I've been doing this since I could say the word car. So, it was with my father. He's no longer with us, but he's always with us in spirit. And my uncles are here, and it's just nice to have, that family orientation when it comes to all the vehicles.
Well, I guess I've been doing this for the last 12 years or so. This show. This should be the best one.
Hey, what are you doing?
How are you?
Introduce myself. You're the host with the most. Thank you very much for having us
again. We're glad you're here.
Listen, you know what? I'm going to go see Dick Shappy on the 20th, so I don't give a shit.
That's how I feel. I saw me today, too.
What do I like about coming here? The view's great, and of course, Dick Shappy. Right? That's the best part. Yeah.
Hurry up so I can kiss him.
Kiss him. God bless. All right, buddy. Doing this, it's like 11 o'clock now. We'll be going till about 3:30. Whole bunch of things are going to happen here today. That's a nice car. That's a 54. That's 4, yeah. Inside the old pool area, we've got about 40 motorcycles in there. All Cadillac cars to the right. All non-Cadillac cars to the left. We got some special cars coming in. We got about 25 trophies we're going to be giving out today, and some special people, and a few surprises. They say to me, where do you find these cars? Where do you find these beautiful? We don't find them. When we find them, they're most of the time in a junkyard. We rescue them and make them new again. That's what we do. I think that's my calling in life. I'd like to think we're getting good at it. If you go to my website, DickShappyClassicCars.com, is a little plug for myself. You look on there and look at my inventory and you'll see some of what we do. Most of these cars we've restored ourselves.
This is a 1907 Fiat. It's a Targa Florio. It's 60 horsepower, chain drive, 4-cylinder T-head engine. It's one of 5 factory team Targa Florio race cars, built specifically for the Targa Florio in 1907 and 1908. It's a really great car. We've owned it for 30 years. It was sold after it was used as a factory team car in 1907 and 08 to Argentina, where it stayed on a farm until my dad purchased it in 1990, around 1990. So as you can see, it's double chain drive, and again, 60 horsepower T-head, so really powerful, really fast, 4-speed transmission, capable of 100 miles an hour plus. So it's really cool, yeah. And we won first in class at Pebble Beach in 2009, yeah, so it's cool.
My name is Sean Reed. I'm owner of the Antique Car Barn. So what we got today is I brought a few of my cars here. This is a 1955 Cadillac 62 Series convertible. This car, as you see it here today, is presented in original state. Car's never been touched, chrome, body, top, everything as it came from the factory. Lady bought it new in 1955, drove it till 1985. She stored it in a furniture warehouse in Westerly, Rhode Island. She covered it with bed sheets to keep it kind of preserved. We were at a show one day and she ask, we buy and sell cars or interested in buying another car. And if you're in the car hobby, you'll know you're only as good as your next car.
It's a 1931 V16 Cadillac. It is one of probably less than a dozen, maybe less than 10, that were actually exported for different coach work. So Fleetwood of Pennsylvania actually bodied most of the V16 Cadillacs. And this has a body by Lancefield of England. And it is right-hand drive, so it is one of maybe a handful that were right-hand drive. It was the 1930 Earl's Court Auto Show car, it's really significant. It has a beautiful restoration. I think my dad actually purchased this car from this collector named Abba Kogan, and that was probably 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And we sold it to a collector in Connecticut, and then got it back and then sold it to Dick, I think about 3 years ago, something like that. But it's had a wonderful restoration. It's a really, really super car. Super low windshield, low top, of course, 16 cylinders, right, V16. If you want to check out the inside. Bucket seats, right-hand drive. Really, really wonderful. One of very few really nice custom-bodied V16s. Really significant V16. You see the body tag there, Lancefield Coachwork, London. So, yeah, cool car, man.
This is a 75 series, so they ran this body style from 1941 to 1949. And people say 49 for Cadillac. That's a little different because that was the first year for overhead valve. So this car does have the overhead valve, which versus the flathead, which gives it a little bit, better driving ability, but still kept the presence of the 41 to 49 body style. So the last year was this for the 75 series. And this was the most expensive car in 49 for Cadillac that you could buy. You could buy a home for maybe $5,000 or $6,000. This car crested close to that $7,000 range.
So this is a locomobile, a model 48. I believe it was a 23. Don't quote me on that. So we actually sold this to Dick 2 years ago, or actually no, not even, a year ago. And it's one of few custom body Model 48 locomobiles. It's got a body by Farnham and Nelson of Massachusetts. And really, really good looking, really sleek, right? It's got a low roof. It's called a cape top, so just over the rear compartment. It was originally sold to the owner and the creator of Rexall Drugs. Just cool. So Locomobile was made in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It was basically the Rolls-Royce of America.
Hello, Dick Shappy. Welcome to beautiful Warwick next. Yeah, today was a milestone day too. My brother Bob passed away in 2009, and when he did, we went up to his house, and my nephew Rob, where is he? Standing right next to me, it's right here. We found this one beautiful diamond in the rough that was peeking out of the rubble, and it was saying, "Help me, save me." I said, "Oh my God, that's Bob's 1961 BMW R69S. So we decided to send it up to Richard Bassotti up in Vermont. I told him I want this thing to be put back in the original condition it was when it came from the factory. And we have it here. My nephew Rob went last Sunday, went up to Vermont, picked it up, and brought it back down here. What I decided to do with that is I have my nephew Riker Shappy. This kid always liked old cars and motorcycles. So I said, what would be a more appropriate thing to do than to get his grandfather's motorcycle, grandfather that passed away before he was born, bring it back, restore it, and give it to him with the stipulation that it's his motorcycle. So what I'm going to do here today is I want to introduce you to another guy over here. This is Riker. Come over here, buddy. This is Riker Shappy, and his grandfather, this was his grandfather's motorcycle. And what I want to do here today to keep this tradition alive is I'm going to give this motorcycle to Riker. This is your motorcycle, Riker. Okay? Now, there's one stipulation. The stipulation is that he never sells it and he gives it to his grandson. He can give it to his son or his daughter. And that's the stipulation, and he promised that that's what he's going to do. So I felt kind of good about that. My brother Bob's probably looking down, from heaven today and saying, hey, if he were around today to see this, it made me feel good too. I don't think he even looked that forward to even knowing that he'd have grandkids. And the fact that the grandkid now owns his most prized motorcycle, I think he's looking down right now and he's smiling. We had a great turnout here today, probably the best ever. We had some great cars here, the 30s, 40s, 50s, and up to the 80s. People came from as far away as upstate New York, New Jersey, a couple of guys from New Hampshire. Had a great turnout. Again, it's because of Sean Reed and his ability to get people here. And again, the weather was a good factor, and we pulled it off. Had no excuses.
First award we're going to give out, we call it the Award of Significance, a car that speaks for itself. And if you turn around, you already know what car we're talking about here. It's this Fiat Racer right here. We want to recognize that car here as our Award of Significance. Let's give a round of applause to Manny Dragones and Alex for bringing that car out here.
It's a really significant early race car. It's one of 5 factory team cars built for the Targa Florio in 1907 and 1908. It's a 60 horsepower T-head 4-cylinder car, and it's double chain drive. We won first in class at Pebble Beach in 2009 with it. Yeah, we've had it for 30 years, so it's a really, really great car.
We do have a second award for our motorcycles because, you know, you can see that Dickie loves Duesenbergs, Cadillacs, and his motorcycles, but if you saw it, it's right up front here. It goes to that yellow motorcycle. And if you look around this field, there are some stunning original automobiles. But if you see this car, it's absolutely original from stem to stern. It owns a AACA Historical Award already. It's a 1947 Cadillac. Owned by Ken, you'll see it right over here under the tree. Absolutely beautiful, 100% original car. He's got our best original award from the Cadillac Club. Now, final award of the day. This is going to go back to Best of Show. It could have been any car that was on the field. It is absolutely beautiful. It's the second year run for this car, and if you know what I'm talking about, it goes to the 1954 Eldorado, the white one. Oh my, it's absolutely beautiful.
Hi, my name is Colin Dunphy from Milton, Massachusetts. I'm here, we got Best in Show today for the 1954 Cadillac Eldorado convertible. It has 22,000 original miles on it. The body's been all restored. Florida car with 0 rust on it. And we're very pleased to get Best in Show here at the Shappy residence today. The motor's all original, has 22,000 miles on it. When I bought it, it had 18,000 miles on the original. And I put up the difference. It runs great. Like I said earlier, the body's been restored, chrome's been all done. It's a pleasure to drive. Chrome's all been done on it. It has the red and white interior. What else can I tell you? Original radio, which works. Comes with the boot, the parade boot. If you want to use the car for parades. It's got the wire wheels on it, huge trunk, and twin exhausts coming out of the rear bumper, and also has the gas fill here on the tail light, which is kind of cool. And I think that's it. Again, thank you for the award.
His son.
I know. God bless you guys. Hey, that's your son.
That's my son.
Holy shit.
We got 3
You guys are making me feel so old.
Come on.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Thanks again, Chunk. It's gonna be pretty tough to top what we did this year, I think, but you know, you never know. But we got a bunch of restorations in the works, and it seems every year we progress further and further with them. We're doing a bunch of real cool Duesenbergs right now, and kind of happy about how the restorations are coming along with those. My advice, buy gold and buy Duesenbergs. Stay away from diamond.
Believe it or not.